Happy Monday. You guys are having a great week so far. Good to see you, boys.
What's up, everyone?
How was the Packers game, Warner?
It was fun. Yeah,
Did we
it was
win?
very rainy. We did not.
Yeah, I was
win.
gonna say it looked cold and
So
rainy.
how cold was it? Yeah, because I
It
can.
wasn't
imagine
that cold. It
being
was
very
like
cold.
50. It was like 50.
Oh, okay.
It was
cool.
just super rainy. It was fun. It was a good vibes. Good vibes.
Beats flips.
Did you guys
hanging out with.
tailgate at all?
Did we what?
Tailgate at all?
No. We drove up that morning.
I can't imagine some of the shenanigans that happened in the parking lot before those games.
What else are you gonna do in Green Bay, Wisconsin? It's a good vibe. It's a good vibe.
Oh,
Isn't
it's
there-
Green Bay too. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Holy crap.
Isn't
Yeah.
there like a house that someone lives in, like across the street, that they just
we
wouldn't
parked in their front yard. Yeah. Yeah. What's good, y'all?
Elijah, what's up? What's up?
Let us know
Congrats on
what
just beating that
questions.
Section 3, by the way. I think
Oh,
I saw
yeah,
you
yeah.
just
I
do
did see that on the
Big dub,
timeline
big
too.
dub.
Yeah.
I've been
Stacey.
seeing lots of people
Yeah.
beating the case recently, which is good.
Yeah.
It's very good. Yeah, good to see you guys.
Someone-
Let us know what questions we can answer for you guys. Another great Money Monday here.
One of the guys
big-
I work with in the for the distro stuff beat a Section 3 with my invoices, which was sick.
Bang.
That's lit. As expected,
The
but yeah.
case. Yeah, as expected.
Well, no, it's just like it's good. that they-
Validating. Yeah.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, can be tough out there. Absolutely, Stacy. What's your question? You're digging Boxem. Thank you,
Appreciate you,
Stank
appreciate you.
Hollywood.
Oh, Stank and I go way back. Yeah.
It's a good username. Got it all clear. That's what's up, Elijah.
Oh my gosh, Corey, it looks even better. It looked even better than it did last
he's-
week.
Does it?
He's up.
Yeah, it looks really good,
Dying.
man.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I cleared up a
Upgrading by the
little
week.
space back there a little bit, so
Yeah.
hope isn't.
I'm ready for
hope
the
hasn't
the
pulled
Black
through.
Ops 6 stream after hours today on the
Yeah.
Corey Gannon YouTube channel.
Might have to jump over to Twitch.
Wait, so do we have the standing desk? Is that
Yeah, I'm standing right now. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Standing desk is critical, and I've got the under the desk treadmill too. So just like kind
Oh.
of walk on that thing all day.
that's an Avery Romer
it's
original right
fantastic.
there.
That is facts. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
All right, I'm
I
getting tagged. Yeah, Amazon Twitter's back, and I only have receipts. Yeah, Stacy, that's what you're gonna use for that. Yeah, there's no difference. Yeah.
I see you're facing away from the front door this time, which is a good touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Oh, this is a good one too. When sourcing groceries, what monthly sales would you guys recommend? Thanks for your time. I truly appreciate it. Yeah, so groceries a much smaller category, so sales ranks way harder to gauge, for example. As long as you're seeing good movement on the bottom Kiva chart, you should be good to go on that. And typically listings like that are going to be above like 75 or 80 estimated sales per month. Yeah.
But Aubrey, I know we've talked about this a bunch on past streams, but I would recommend thinking of sales and or velocity as sort of like a singular metric, right? Combine those two, take your prospective volume and expected profit per unit and just combine them as a monthly valuation. Because what that will allow you to do is sort of like create a common denominator across a bunch of products, right? Because you have product A that sells maybe 50 times a month at $2 profit per unit. Then you have product B that sells maybe 25 times a month at $4 profit per unit, right? And so the tricky thing is with newer sellers, it's kind of hard to compare apples to apples like that. And so if you kind of combine those two, multiply them together, you can compare 100 to 125, right? It just creates a much smoother comparison metric.
Yep. As a beginner, it seems like I'm locked out of a lot of items. What do you recommend to get ungate? Just search flips for miles ungating on YouTube and follow that tutorial. Most people switch to an LLC at 10K a month, but obviously, like, we're not lawyers, so we don't know your
Chris Potter.
situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you got
Is
if you got
that
like a
the
crib, you
is
don't want to
10K
lose
a
it
month?
over
Is that
some-
when you see people switching for the most part?
It's more so from a seriousness perspective when you get an elevated level of buy-in. Like, that's a completely arbitrary number, but that tends to be when people,
It's
really
also
start to see
it's
their
like what you
valuation.
already own too. If you
Yeah.
got if you
Right.
got a house, you don't want to lose it over being the 1 in a million that gets some weird lawsuit.
Get
Yeah.
sued because yeah.
Yeah. I've never heard of that happening, but you wouldn't want to be the guy who.
I feel like it happened
the
in
one
your
without
group
an
one time
LLC.
last year, Corey.
To who you said?
I feel like it happened to someone in your group. Like they had some weird lead.
Oh,
lawsuit or
somebody said
something.
that Amazon's like insurance claims department reached out to them about a product that they had sold. That was
I-
kind of recent, but yeah, I haven't heard any follow up from them. I heard somebody else say that too, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see, I guess.
Yep.
What point?
Oh, yep.
No, go ahead.
Any advice on sourcing? I've been storefront stalking for a long time this week and have not found anything. Yeah, so you're not really ever, or you will sometimes find stuff. You're actually instead, if you're not making the numbers work on stuff, it's not because you're not finding the right points, right price points. It's that you're not creating the right price points. Right. And that comes from not using the different coupon codes that are available, not using discounted gift cards, not using tax exempt if the retailer takes it. If they have a banger rewards program, not researching into that rewards program, and basically, so like pretty much never, now sometimes, but very rarely are you just going to find something chilling at 12 that sells at 30, right? It's going to be like it sells at 38 and it's going for 20 on Amazon, but then you use a 10% code that pops up or that shows on the bottom of the screen, for example, right? And now that listing's at 17 and then it's better right there. Yeah. How do I start? Check out the mini course I posted today, actually, just on Flips for Miles right there.
And then from like Charles, obviously when you're newer, yeah, it's going to be a lot more troublesome than when you have experience, right? Because it takes a while to find that first couple of products. It's a volume game. You don't know where to look. You don't know how to look necessarily. You don't know what sorts of niches you're going to get working. You don't know what sorts of sources maybe you're going to have success with. And so being that it's a volume game, it's important to note that you want to disqualify as quickly as possible, right? And kind of going along with what Miles was saying, we understand that price point is the most variable metric, right? Price point, you can make something that's 20 to 16, right? You can discount something and potentially buy something that's priced at 25 to 22 and a half, something like that, right? And so knowing price point's the most variable part of the entire equation, save that for last, right? Disqualify early based on account health issues, right? Prospective IP issues, if the brand's on the listing, right? Velocity is a huge disqualifier. Right? Is Amazon on the listing? Is there a third-party seller dominating the listing? Right? Those are all quick disqualifiers because what you don't want to happen is spend 2 hours only disqualifying 4 or 5 products where none of them had a chance. Right? If you spend 30 minutes on something that you can never have a chance buying because the brand's on it or it's an IP waiting to happen, you're wasting time. But if you can get really, 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 really good at disqualifying quickly based on all those things and save price point at the end, well, a lot of times that price is a sliding scale, whether it's wholesale or online arbitrage, because with wholesale, you can buy more or maybe add some things to the order or something like that. Whereas with online arbitrage, Miles hit on all the points there.
Yeah. Yeah, smart man. Yeah, get on Twitter and start tagging us. Yeah, post your results, post what you're learning, post stuff you're screwing up, and it's going to attract other Amazon sellers to you and make this journey a lot more fun. If you want to see a bunch of people, everyone's like brain turned on like 2 days ago and they're like, fuck it, Miles was right about that shit. I do need some good Amazon people.
Yeah,
I'm getting tagged out.
We've been getting a bunch of tags. Yeah. Keep it rolling.
And it takes so much less time if you have a good network. And you just have to take the 10 seconds a day to do it. So like, look, I'm getting, look at that. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is in the past 45 minutes too. 6. Boom.
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
crazy.
Right. Hey, we're not done though. We're not done. Boom. Shout out.
That's a fire thumbnail. Go up.
Oh, you like
Shout
that?
out thumbnail guy.
Yeah,
Oh, those dimples coming heavy though.
Right now, here's the key. So Austin right here, literally, he posted this picture in a group chat I have of coaching guys. And I immediately was like, tweet that. Why haven't you tweeted it yet? And he did it. And then immediately after, he gets approved for an ungate. And I told him like that was what it was.
Karma.
Like
that was the universe.
It is like there's so many examples.
Direct correlation.
Of that being the case, right? And there's so many examples of people who don't exist and who hide and who only exist in a world of people who don't have online businesses.
Direct increase to buy box share and decrease in gating applications.
It is so true.
Increase the chances of beating Section 3, account health issues, etc. We had a question earlier from Franklin. He said, "Can I start wholesale with 10K or is that too low?" So 10K is totally perfect. Cool, yeah. Usually I recommend 5 to 10K. The more the merrier, but 10K is a perfect amount.
Yeah. Cool.
Elijah
was asking about Q4 nuggets earlier.
Yeah, let's spit some game on that. That's really important here, guys.
Yeah. As far as Q4 stuff goes, like one really big one, live exclusive is hop onto like the buy box rotation of last like hot Q4 items. You can do it with every holiday. See who sold everything at the highest, and you'll probably see that they're like crushing it as like an FBM seller. They have the right stuff in stock right at the last second, and they're gonna be on the same items this year.
Well, I mean,
they're gonna be able to not even just like the same items, but everything that they're sourcing is gonna be a good place for you to start from.
Well, the cool thing is, right, just in the nature of Q4, there's going to be a lot of velocity going to FBM sellers, right? And that gives us a lot of luxury, a lot of flexibility, a lot of efficiency, right? Because a lot of people are going to be strapped with cash. When we talk about Q4 and optimizing for Q4 and maximizing profits, we want to be acting quickly. And so to gear up for that, to plan for that, to prepare for that, what I would do is start stacking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of products that have historically sped up velocity in Q4, sweatshirts, sweatpants, hoodies, pants, you name it, right? With a slight increase in price point, and just start stacking Keepa product or Keepa alerts, right? Because you can be looking at a hoodie, right, that may be priced at 65 right now or 55 right now, and it may not be profitable now. However, if you go back in the last couple Q4s, maybe it maxes out at 30 or at 80 or 85 or 90 or 85. Whether or not that happens this year or not, set the alert. Because the cool thing is, if you start to string together 500, 800, 600 of those alerts across different categories, different brands, different products, you're naturally going to start getting pinged on these things. Yep. And so when you start to really accumulate all those pings, well, now you can buy 5 units of this at the price, at the market that you want, 6 units of this, 10 units of this. You have the flexibility that you're going to sell FBM at the price point and the market where it stands, because that's what you got pinged on. And you could really start making some cool money with that.
Yep. Nowhere near where I want to be, but starting this a little month ago, trying to make steps every day. Nah, don't try. Just choose to make steps every day. The videos are very helpful. Let's get it. Been crazy, man. I had some nuts FBM sales. That's what I'm talking about, bro. So you got to replan that stuff and figure out what your competitors are selling. That is very, very important there. Nothing's really different than Q4. You're just obviously more experienced now. You got more money. You got more young kings in the trenches with you, most likely, right? Get those expedite shipping costs ready. Load up on free shipping supplies, right? Gift cards, tax exempt is really important too. Retail arbitrage, getting
you got the direct athlete to doing well on Amazon pipeline.
Also, Tyler and I go way back. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure he's a center fielder right here. Yeah.
Well, especially as a baseball player, a sport that's based on failure, you have essentially guaranteed success.
That's true. You're used to 300 being like a world class season.
Yeah, it's true. And one more
maybe high school like 440, 450,
sure,
400.
Yeah.
But like,
one more.
If you're shooting 40% of the time on Amazon buys, you're going bankrupt real quick.
Yeah, you're not going to last very long if you're shooting 400 on buys. But another Q4 tip that I want to share, Elijah, for you. So looking at the products that you're carrying this Q4, and then looking at the Keepa for last year around November, December, and take a look at when did the demand start to spike. So when did that sales rank start to go down? And whenever that, hold your price high until about that same time this year. So go into your repricer, set your minimum price to be a little higher than it normally would be. And then right around the time when that demand spiked last year, then you'll probably start to see you'll make a lot of sales at that higher minimum and higher maximum, therefore a higher margin price. So we do that on a lot of our products. Like right now, there's products that are selling at $38 where we're sitting at $54 because we know that everybody else is going to sell out, and we're going to sell those at 54 in like 3 or 4 weeks from now.
Yeah, if you're a beginner, don't do that though. Just Chad scale FBM, small test orders.
Right. Exactly. I would agree with that too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, no, but that's the key though, is that's what you have to look forward to. That was really good knowledge of the supply chain, really good knowledge of the market. You're going to build that over time the way you have,
With things Amazon dominates become better, good for apparel in general come December.
Better than they are now. Yeah. Just statistically. Yeah.
Yep. Plus, they'll sell out on a bunch of them too, Brian.
That's also true as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, same with toys too. Yeah.
Yeah, you can also start add those to your Christmas list, like the stuff you see that like last Christmas they started heavily stocking out on, and you can usually go buy it pretty quick on like a mid-December Adidas sale, that kind of thing. What's up, Desiree?
Yeah, appreciate
Marvelous Money Monday. I love it.
Love it. Big time good energy. Yeah. Oh, Garrett, finally it was sending. Dude, I've literally been throwing layups that you have one last chance. You have one last chance on that stuff. Do you know if international distributor invoices work, if they are authorized? There's no formal way to know if something's authorized, for example. It's really just Corey, you have a really good breakdown of verifying legit suppliers. You want to go through that?
Yeah. So really, as long as you're either buying directly from the brand themselves, or you're buying from someone who's buying directly from the brand themselves, and that someone that you're buying from is willing to give you their invoice from the brand, then you're perfectly fine. Any other scenario outside of that, can work, right? And Amazon might verify, but it's much more risky. And if it really comes down to it, and if you're a newer seller and have a newer account, then you're really taking a risk by buying outside of that supply chain.
Yeah. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. Yeah. White background too. Are you selling branded stuff? Yes.
Yeah. Or if you're confident that it might sell, it could be like a no UPC on the listing. You just take a picture of it, like the bottom right corner when you're scanning, it can like find the product for you. It's like a little AI analyze, pretty recent feature.
That's facts right there. Shout out to AMP. Indeed.
Yeah. Would you recommend taking a loan for inventory in Q4? If this is your first Q4, then no. If you've had a Q4 or two of knowing what sells well, being able to look at something, consistently buying lots of good stuff, then yeah, I would think about it.
Yeah. I'm wanting to start. Is this still profitable? Nah, no one buys stuff on Amazon anymore, man. Definitely not. Yeah, nah. But yeah, of course, RJ. Yeah, just if you guys are watching on TikTok, just click the link in bio for the free course. I gotta go.
Laundry time.
Gotta go. Y'all thought, boy, get him out of here, man. Get him out of here. Yeah, I'm a captain now. All right, got it, guys. Yeah, of course, Wes. Of course, we got y'all. We got you. Cool. All right, Vibes. Wait, just buy it from the brand then, Andrew. Yeah, just buy it from the brand then, man. If if they're, I mean, if you're talking to them, man, see if they'll just sell to you and cut out the middleman, clean some extra.
What are your standard box sizes that you purchase in bulk for FBA? I would load up on polymailers, depending. Obviously, you know what you're going to be buying. If it's a lot of clothes, obviously polymailers are going to be cheaper, easier, faster to ship. If it's shoes, obviously you're going to need boxes. Just depending on what sorts of things you're looking for, have experience selling, planning on selling, load up on polymailers, boxes, all the free stuff you can get. Obviously,
don't overthink like box dimensions and stuff. Load up on polybags. Whenever you're buying an item, you can like see the dimensions. Like worst case, if you like really wanted, it was like a weird sized item, you can line them in 2 days. Someone will show you the dimensions. They'll both show up at the same time.
Keep in mind though that you can't be reusing like a Walmart box, right? If something comes in a Walmart box, you can't turn around and send it in that Walmart box.
Right, that's a good point.
That's an easy way to get shut down.
Somebody said here, he's like, I'm opening brand directs, but it's never profitable. I'm finding way more success with their distributor. So listen, if you're finding more success with the distributor, then keep buying from the distributor. There's no one that says you have to buy directly from the brand or you have to buy from a distributor. A lot of people try to go both ways, and then whatever they find luck with, they kind of stick with that route, right? I personally like to go to the brand first and then ask the brand who their distributors are, and then use that information to then inform which distributors I go after. But both models work.
The cool thing about the route that Corey just mentioned is that a lot of times you're going to get the distributors that don't show up on the top line of Google.
Yeah.
Right? If you Google Pennsylvania grocery distributor, well, guess what? Everyone that does that same thing is going to get the same list, right?
Yeah, there's also city on there. Like, get more local. Like, put a specific brand name.
There's only so many ways to slice and dice it. Pennsylvania, Philadelphia grocery, Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, Northeast grocery, all those sorts of things. You're going to get the same 50, 75, 150 distribution companies that hundreds of other sellers have gotten. However, if you go through and do, I don't know, brand X, reach out to them and get that backdoor referral, ideally to 5 different sales reps or 1 individual sales rep, you're going to have so much more success. But going back to the brand point, work on them a little more. What is that?
Put the trailer into the trailer to keep Chad scaling the RA.
Is that
put
Tony?
The trailer into the U line. Yeah, look at that.
That is actually so wild. Oh my god, that almost looks like Photoshop.
It does.
Bro,
It looks fake,
you gotta do out here, man. Yeah, look at that. Yeah,
the trailer into like. How did that work? How did that fit?
Well, no, it got in the look. That looks safe, right?
I mean, hell no, it doesn't.
Yeah,
that's wild.
Arbitrage inception.
Like $12 from Amazon, like just some cheap private label, honestly. Yeah.
And Garrett, on that front, right, of getting the referral directly to the distributor. So there's a brand that I contacted last week, and they were like, oh, hey, go through one of our distributors. His name's Norris. He's got the distribution rights for the Southeast. Here's his phone number. I'm like, okay. So I call him up, and he's probably 80 years old, super Southern, like nice old man. He's like, well, can you fax me your business information? And I was like, can I send it to you in an email? He's like, no, you got to fax it. So I literally, I did it. There's like faxzero.com is what I always use. That's a hack, free fax.
Not sponsored.
But Cinema Facts with business information, and he's getting me a quote. He's like, I don't carry that line, but I've worked with this company for decades and I can get anything I want from them. So I'll get you a quote. And like, I guarantee you, no Amazon seller in the universe has ever contacted this guy. So it might be nothing, it might be something, but those
granted, you're also probably the only one that would send a fax. So
I remember.
That's the barrier to
a fax
entry
to a supplier one time too.
Yeah,
Really?
like I was like, I'm doing this. Like this could be something. So
it's like when you're searching for suppliers, page 1 is like they have ASINs on it. They're not profitable. The next few pages are like normal. Once you're into like 6 to 10, you're
Page
either about
12.
to get scammed in 4 seconds, or it's like Joe who's been buying from the same distributor for 50 years.
yeah, who's got like rock bottom pricing.
Yeah.
Arbitrage Inception, yes, sir. How do I get an invoice to be able to publish it buying from Dollar and Store and Ross? You don't. You just use the receipts. Yeah.
Somebody asked a question, probably better suited for an accountant, but I'll answer like in terms of my business. So as you're paying yourself through your business, are you an S corp? I'm an S corp. Again, your situation is going to depend. So I would talk to an accountant. But yeah, I just pay myself like a W-2 salary through an S corp, and then we take quarterly distributions of profit.
Boom. That's what's up. Can you get invoices from Walmart? Nope. But the receipts work just like all the other end gates from big ones. Yeah.
Yeah, Chris, that product is Nike branded. It shows up.
Yeah.
I mean,
What was
granted,
that?
huh?
No, you got it.
I was gonna say it doesn't move there very fast. So definitely look a little deeper into the product itself. But from a brand perspective, it's Nike branded.
Yeah. Cole was asking, are you making a list of recently profitable items and checking prices for Black Friday? I like the question, not the profile pic.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good call, Cole. And then as you source, like pretty much any time, make sure you're at like 20 to 30% ROI. Like don't like just not buy those products. Throw them on a little Google sheet, and then they'll probably be good for like Black Friday sales, that kind of thing.
Good margin.
Also, see if you
That
can
is
source.
Fire question. Yeah.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
Cole, you got to get on Twitter, man. Yeah. That was like a seriously intelligent question. Yeah.
What's a good margin you're looking for when buying an item? I mean, ideally you're staying above 15%, right? There's going to be some fast moving products where you may dip down to like 11, 12, 10%. But in that like 14, 15% margin plus, not ROI, margin plus, you're going to be good to go. Because again, every market's going to fluctuate independently. Some are going to go up, some are going to go down, right? And so you want to bake in some room for error by not buying something at the very, very bare minimum of 8% when you have very little room for error.
That's a fact.
Right.
You body there. Receipts only invoices. Yeah, but then you got to consider like go try and get an invoice from Walmart, and you won't be able to get one. And there's dozens of Walmart private label brands that require ungating. So therefore, we know for a fact that is the case, right? And Amazon will tell you that too.
Why has that's a good answer.
Yeah, well, exactly. And the tough part is like when you submit a receipt and then you get a reply saying we don't take receipts. You know what I mean? And it's, it just, you kind of got to understand Amazon is irrational with their behavior associated with it. Yeah.
Gold Mark said, what repricer do you recommend and why? I have like 150 ASINs. So it really depends how much revenue you're doing. I use SellerSnap. They're super expensive at $500 a month, but it more than pays for itself. So if you're like a wholesale seller, an arbitrage seller, and you're really looking to scale, I would use SellerSnap. If you're newer or maybe on the like newer arbitrage side, something like a Be Cool or something like an Aura is probably a better fit. I would say Aura.
Yep. No, Cole, she needs you to get rich. She needs you to get rich. Do it now. She needs you to get rich. Yep. I mean, honestly, pretty much every retailer, like some people get really butthurt about that, Steven, though. So like definitely don't publicize you're doing that. But yeah, you don't really want to get in the habit of doing that.
When a distributor asks for a commercial address, is a UPS address a proper commercial address? So not necessarily. So usually they're looking for like a place that can receive shipments. So if they're like, your billing address shouldn't matter, right? My billing address has been my dad's house for 5 years. We've never had an issue.
Chad docs the address.
But my shipping, it's your shipping address that they want to see a commercial address. So that's when you want to, if you're not doing, like if you don't want to do your own prep or you don't want to prep at your house, then you would just use a prep center and their address would be your ship to address, which is a commercial address.
Yeah. Can you guys let me know in the chat if I should get ribeye or sirloin for dinner?
Ribeye.
Ribeye.
Oh,
Ribeye.
ribeye.
Yeah,
What is that?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know the fucking difference.
Where are you going? Are
But-
you going to a restaurant or are you?
No,
Are you?
Chad Whole Foods. Chad Whole Foods.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Although you're gonna burn the heck out of ribeye, so you're probably better off with sirloin.
Oh, I'm gonna murder it. I'm gonna murder it.
Wait, are you cooking in a frying pan?
Whatever I always do. Yeah. Yeah.
Then yeah, sirloin. Because ribeye is gonna be way too fatty. It's gonna make a mess.
Oh, all right. No, I make a mess regardless. Yeah, no. I make a mess. No, like I will make a mess regardless. Yeah. Okay. Nicole says ribeye. Ooh, New York strip. Damn, y'all gotta like hit the like button and like subscribe and shit if you want me to be able to get a New York strip. Bruh, see, let's go. That's what I'm talking about there. CS, always 10 toes down right there. Ribeye for sure. Are you answering questions? Yes. Yeah. AURA. Yeah.
Yep. Any stores besides Target you can return? There's no reason to return anything you're buying to Ungate, Steven, because you just use the invoice for something you bought profitably. No need to return.
Brazilian steakhouse. Yeah, I love a good Brazilian steakhouse. Love Fogo.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Can I ship in? Did you just answer this? Can I ship in products from another state straight to FBA?
No, but you can though. Yeah, you can. Like Amazon knows about vacation and prep centers and everything. Yeah, totally.
Yep.
There's people who will like road trip around. Like I definitely I made an FBA shipment of books out of a hotel one time back.
I've done it on Starbucks.
Rakin has a legendary series where he drove all up and down the East Coast doing retail arbitrage and thrifting.
Brother,
that was so good. Yeah, and he would just set up like the printer and like the computer in the hotel room and like ship out the FBA shipment. It was sick.
Bro,
one time early on, I was booking the Airbnbs with other people at the crib because it was cheaper. I just like had a bedroom, and I was making an FBA shipment in the bedroom as they brought that. I was like barely 18 too. They were like, "Who the hell is this kid?" I came in with literally like 500 pounds of books.
Y'all don't even know when Garrett definitely doesn't know shit about when Avery and Steve linked up in Connecticut in July 2019 and made the video. I was like, how the hell is this dude doing 70K a month with books? Like, how is this possible? Like,
yeah.
Good times.
Ooh, what was my point if I could travel? Because I'm finding success so far. Just wondering.
Let's go. Yeah, dude. Absolutely, man. Yeah. Keep up the good work, bro. Yeah. Keep up the good work.
Categories with higher ASP with lower return rate. So do we know return rate? There's like, isn't there some sort of Seller Central article?
On the back end, yeah.
There's it's on Seller Central. Yeah. If you could find it on Google though, it's some part of Seller Central. I can't quite remember though.
Yeah, I mean, really anything outside of like high-end electronics have a higher return rate than most, but for high SP low return rate, I mean something like a tools or like industrial.
That's what I was thinking too. As long as it doesn't have a bunch of sizing, it's like electronics. Yeah. That's not high SP.
Returns performance dashboard might take you
probably
there. You guys search your top. I was trying to find it real quick. I can't find the link. But
yeah, probably that.
Yep. No, Goldmark, you don't need that. Just use Boxem. It'll you can make shipments, which you can't do with that tool. So
yeah, damn, that's fire, G-Buddy. Can any of you share the story about how you first got money to invest? I gave tours at my high school for 3 summers in a row, gave some tours at college and was a camp counselor and enjoyed finessing people at not finessing like good business, but at like
that's not the verb.
Yeah, that's not a good one. Someone's gonna clip that.
At the Saturday yard sale at Brick Fair, Virginia. I would like double my net worth every time. Like,
love yard sales.
Yeah. Oh no. You don't know about like going to Kevin Wise and getting like the prototypes for free and then slinging them for $35 a piece, man. When your net worth like $121, man. Good time. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, we had huh?
I was gonna read a question.
Yeah. Cool. All right. What does the $ symbol mean? It just means for whatever reason that's under a technically different brand on Amazon. It typically has the same effect though, honestly.
Is it bad to have an open FBA that's 3 weeks old?
Nah, you can't control it. That just means that person was a brokey and their credit card's like still in. I mean, that's facts though. Like,
you're not wrong.
Usually it's insufficient funds. It'll go back into your stock before too long.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, check out that new video I just posted today, y'all. It's a little FBA mini course on YouTube. Any beginners in London? There's probably some in our Discord. Yeah.
How much to donate to boot Garrett again? like a Kick or Twitch like donation goal. $5 equals ban Garrett.
No, every dollar for every 1 second.
$1 equals 1 ban. Do we create the shipping plan for them? Typically, no. Any good prep site is going to create the shipments for you. I did hear about one today that doesn't, and it was like the guy was like, "How do I know the box size?" So I was like, "That's a good question." Unless they use the same box size for everyone. But yeah, that's between you and the prep center. But in almost every case, they're going to create the shipments for you. Yeah.
The blue and purple in Corey's background is so vibey.
Well, it's a red light here and a blue light here, and they just combine for a nice purple. So, and I can mess with the colors too. That's just what I've set it up as so far. I might mess with it.
Let's go.
Yeah, Iman, Corey. Velocity over profit margin in Q4. Well, yeah, I mean, because that's the thing. Like, there's certain things that like you can sling 100 times a day that are at 31% ROI rather than like 2 times a day that are 60% ROI. Like the first one's obviously better. Yeah.
But there's also what some people don't realize too, again, is I know it's a little more of an advanced tactic, but if you time it right, you can have high velocity and high margin on certain products. Like that magical week of December 14th through the 21st, you should make a lot of money on that 1 week in particular, because a lot of sellers are going to have already sold out because they got excited. They kept their price low and they sold out early. And then the smart sellers, the smart sellers that still have units in stock are going to raise their prices on those days and sell a ton of velocity, right? They're going to do a ton of volume at a really high price, a much higher price than normal, because people are willing to pay a premium to get stuff in time for Christmas. So yeah, a lot of money to be made at high margins.
Yeah, FBM and FBA at the same time. That's a huge
call.
hack.
Super good call. Yep, absolutely.
The cool thing you can do is FBA, send in FBA shipments now for a bunch of the winter stuff we were talking about earlier, and then FBA alongside of those offers, which will be huge.
Right.
A lot of money
if you use the next couple weeks testing, you FBA as much as possible, and then you switch to full FBM in a few weeks. Like you're chilling.
Yeah. Supply Flow. It's a wholesale tool, so it's a one-stop shop tool that allows you to email back and forth with reps, track different companies, place orders, all in one wholesale tool.
Yeah,
check it out.
Difficult to list my first products. Listing stuff's really easy. Just look up a YouTube tutorial on that. Or if you want to make it really, really easy, just use Boxum as well. Cool. Any recommendations on products I just joined? Hit the link in bio. Go through my free course. You'll see a ton of examples of the types of stuff to look for and how to track it. Right there. Cool.
Sent a box that's 51 pounds. Amazon they're not just gonna let it sit there. Yeah, they're gonna find what's the fine? 20. It's like $25 your first time, and then it gets dramatic if you keep doing it. But it's not bad your first time.
Workers' comp risk or something like that.
Yeah.
It's so annoying though, because it's always some of their scales are so different than like scale Prep Center uses.
We'll even cut it off at 48 pounds sometimes just to be perfectly safe.
That's what
we do, like 44, 45, just because there's been some boxes where I've been sent out where I know for a fact that we're not even touching 45.
Right.
Cool. Yeah, I've had a 45-pound box checking at 52 at Amazon. Like I don't know.
They just felt like
the guy probably like left his hand on the scale or something and didn't notice, or like realistically, that's
the thing is, like, a lot of it's case packed, right? So it'll be 10 of the same boxes and only one gets pinged. Like, how does that make any sense?
Yeah, good question. Right.
Wes said, "What do you guys think about wholesale as a business model?" So Wes, that's been my primary business model for the last 5.5 years now. And I'm doing more revenue than ever. Extremely bullish on the model. I think personally, in my opinion, the best way to scale on Amazon, and is always going to be a model that's here to stay. So I highly recommend it. Not for beginners necessarily, but for those that are in a scaling phase, I think it's great.
Or beginners to business. If you're
right, that's fair.
Not new to business, but you're new to Amazon, you can totally do wholesale.
You're a sales guy from the 9 to 5. Like you'll do fine. Yeah. If it's your first business, you're going to be very confused trying to figure out pallets and all that. And
cool. I appreciate everyone tapping into another Monday. We're going to take tomorrow off, and we'll be back on Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern for Seller Amp Seller Hour. Live on the Seller Amp channel, Fields of Profit channel, Filter Miles channel. Check out the new video today. Do you think it's too late to send calendars for FBA? Not at all, but if you look at the listings
for next year,
it's going to be tight. I mean, it's going to take probably 2 weeks for them to check in, and then they got to go into FC transfer. I mean, if you send them in today, I wouldn't expect them to be available for sale until December 1st. So maybe, if you send them in today.
Look at the January. People always buy it late anyway. Like they usually spike in January for some reason.
Yeah, FBM them too. Like if people are already making money on those FBM, they're already getting buy box share. You should FBM them too, because then you can restock it quicker too and get
and also inform them that their phone can act as a calendar much easier.
But all money's green.
Don't tell them that.
Yeah, all money's green. All money's green. Yeah, cool. All right, sweet. Appreciate y'all tapping in. We'll see you guys on Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, Seller Amp Seller Hour is going to be on Wednesday this week, not Tuesday. See y'all soon. Be great.
All right. See you guys.
See you
Love
guys.
y'all. See y'all soon. Check out the new video. Be great. Good night to everyone except Garrett.